Hi everyone, welcome back to another anime review. We are reviewing an anime called Parallel World Pharmacy. Now this anime is it's not isekai anime because I'm fascinated with isekai animes because they're fucking fun and fucking dope. So this this anime has its things where I like about it is the fact that the main character goes into a magical world, but he goes into a world that the people in that world doesn't know bacteria, unlike because he lives in the modern world, and the setting of this anime is like in the 1920s or something like that. But that's the main gist of it. But the thing is about this anime that really interesting about it is the fact that they tackle on diseases that happened in the 1920s, so to speak, sort of. And I'll explain that later on. But anyway, our main character has magical powers. That's the only difference between this and the 1920s, so to speak. Because the guy can use magic and he can use like water magic and stuff like that. He can also make molecules and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go into the main plot of the main villain and stuff because that has nothing to do. He doesn't show up until the very end, so I'll explain that later. I'm gonna mostly talk about the diseases that they usually tackle on. So the first few episodes, they tackle minor diseases like putting lotion on your hands so that your hands won't get chippy, like eyes doctor and stuff. The only difference being is the fact that our main character, since he used to be a doctor in his previous life, he says it in doctor terms, not per se simplifying things. He says it in a way where you don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So that's the main gist of why he is really good at what he does. So that's the main gist of him. The other thing that So that's the main gist. So the first few episodes they tackle when it comes to diseases, they tackle like hand cream and stuff like that, and also chicken pox because his new sister got chicken pox, and he helps her out because in this day and age they don't know how to treat any of the things. The third episode is where things get really more serious because he has to deal with the White Death. And I don't know anything about the White Death. I might have to research it after this anime review, but pretty much the main character tackles the White Death because the person that has the White Death is the Queen, and he has to save her. So you can tell it got a lot more serious because the music intensifies in the background. So that's a good notion that this is really serious. After that, the fourth episode, the fifth episode, and the fourth and fifth episode, they go back to minor stuff like cosmetics, because he opens up a pharmacy because the queen allows him to, and he tackles on people eat stuff when they're sailing for long periods of time, so that's the main gist of things. So pretty much, so to speak, it's like that. The other thing that makes it a little more interesting is that people don't want to work for him, so he makes cosmetics for like makeup and stuff. Because the makeup that they're using in that world is they're using it that has lead in it, and lead makes you sick. So that's the main gist of why he makes the cosmetics and makes him more popular in the pharmacy. His pharmacy gets more popular because of that reason. After that, though, people are getting jealous of his freaking workforce. So he tries to. So people try to get rid of him. The people that try to get rid of him get their ass kicked by him, and one of them breaks their leg because he falls off a horse. So because of that reason, he has to do. This is the second major thing that he has to do. The guy breaks his leg, so he has to do surgery on the leg, pretty much. And he's never done that because that's not his typical thing. So because of that reason, though, is the fact that he has to. Well, he has to do surgery, and then he fixes the guy, and then the guy gives him a sword that he's the one who can pick up. So pretty much that. The next few episodes have him fighting against the fucking Merchants Guild, where because he doesn't have a Merchants Guild permit and he can't really do anything because he's. But the only reason why he can't open up a pharmacy, even though he's not part of the guild, is because of the fact that he's getting support from the queen, and the guild master is not very happy with it. So pretty much one of the people that work for the Merchants Guild gets freaking fired from the Merchants Guild, and his whole entire shop gets destroyed. Pretty much, so to speak. It's pretty minor stuff. I feel like it's more like a filler episode and stuff, but he does help out at the very end. Now, at the very end of the anime, the main villain shows up, which is a associate that his father dealt with in the past. So there's that. The other thing is that he brings on the Black Death. Now, if you must know, the Black Death was a very bad disease back in the 1920s, I believe. That where everyone got sick and everyone died because they didn't know how to fucking treat it. So there's also that. But the Black Death was really fucking bad. Nowadays we have medicines that can help it out, but the Black Death was really, so to speak, good. And squirrels were fucking making everyone sick. He managed to save everyone. He managed to save as many people as possible. So the Black Death, he kills the person that was making the Black Death. The main character kills him. So that's pretty much about it. He does make his father and his lover, so to speak. I think that's what happens. They both get sick, and he saves them and stuff like that. So yeah. There's also a swimming part in the middle of the anime, but pretty much after they kill him, there's pretty much you can't do because once you kill the main villain after 12 episodes, you can't really do anything after that. So that's the main gist of it. So yeah, but I'm gonna give this anime a 7 out of 10 because I thought it was really good, and you can also learn about a lot more about medicines back in the day. Because the scenery, even though the scenery is in the 1920s, I believe, they can still use magic, and magic is the main thing. Our main character can use water magic, pretty much, go to speak, and he can also evaporate water, which is kind of fucking ridiculous. But I think that has to do with the fact that he knows what the fuck he's doing. But I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. I hope you guys have a nice positive day, and always stay positive. And I wish I hit the fucking stop button.